Hi, this is Sean again, and we are today going to do the next episode in the Romulan mystery story arc, which is called Desperate Measures. The last video we finished with Empress Sala. So we've discussed enough of how to do things, how to get around, how to equip things on your ship and your characters. So I won't waste time explaining stuff like that. One thing we did look at in the last video was putting something on the exchange and seeing if it would sell. So here, look, we took an item with a value of maybe 2,000 or 3,000 XP points, or sorry, not XP points, energy credits, which we use to buy things. And we put it up for sale for 40,000. We've had a successful sale. So we can now delete this message. There's no point keeping everything in your inbox. And we will find that assets have gone up by 40,000 for one quick sale from something we found. So you can see actually we went from 7,000 straight up really quickly. So the exchange is a really good way to get your energy credits up, and energy credits are used for lots of things, from buying items on the exchange to buying items off vendors to training your crew, all kinds of things. So again, before we start, we'll just have a quick look-ski. Anything extra we can use. We'll definitely swap out that Mark II console there. That's no better than what we've had, so I'm going to get rid of it. And that is no better than what we have either, so we'll dump that. We're not going to use this anymore. It's lower level than the two we already have. So she's gone as well. We don't have any devices. We don't have any shield batteries or weapons batteries to use. Personally, I'm not too worried about that at the moment. You can put them on as and when you need. I'm just going to pop into here, make sure the new console has been picked up, unlock the tray. We don't need two of these in the tray. Now these items here, 1, 2, 3, are actually over here on the left, so we don't need those. So it's just a bit of a tie-in up before we carry on. Not going to use the fireworks again. We'll get rid of that off our taskbar. So we've still got our boarding party, our brace for impact. Engineering teams, evasive maneuvers down here. So yeah, everything's still where it was because we did upgrade a console, so it's always best to check that that's there. What it's actually done is enhance things we already have. Lock the tray again. And onwards and upwards. Now, again, we get a choice of rewards. We can have a rifle, personal shield, or some better armor. So what we do, we'll just have a little look. What do I need? What's better for me? Well, at the moment, we've got some Mark IV armor on. It's not as high level as this one. If we look at it, we can see this one is substantially better at defending ourselves. That's the shield, that's the armour there. The armour is substantially better too. But I'm actually going to update the shield. That seems to be the most value for me here.
I have new
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
So we've ranked up just a little tiny bit. Our bar's going up from Lieutenant Commander. We're getting close to our commander level, which is pretty cool. We'll swap that shield out. Don't forget to share the love. So as we go down, Tamet could do with a better shield. We've got a Mark II shield here. Any of the early characters, yes, they could do with a better shield. Pop that on there. We've also picked up some other stuff here. We've picked up a engineering kit module. Now we can't use it because we're actually I think we've already got one of these, the mine barrier. We've already got this equipped and you can only have one. It tells us here that it's bound to our account on equip. Now, as long as I didn't accidentally swap that over before, I can probably sell this. You'll notice it's only worth 2,000 credits down the bottom. But as you've seen with the phaser rifle, we can probably get a lot more than that for it. We'll dump this old shield. It's of zero value to anyone. Cannons here. Now, these cannons can only be used on certain ships. I'm not keen on cannons, so I'm just going to get rid of that. We can salvage it. What have we got here? Our fireworks. Look, I'm not going to use them. I just drag them down there for sentimental's sake. I'll probably delete them when you're not looking. And an item there that can go in our bank. Now, we did manage to just get a ship battery as a reward, so we'll just plonk that on our devices. We'll notice it comes down to our bar down the bottom automatically. So here's our mission objective. And what we're going to win.
I have new missions for you.
Also, one thing to do is to update our skills, as we keep saying. We've got one space point. Now, we can either carry on down with this second level here, or we can drop down to a third level. I'm going to fill up both of these levels to start off with, before we start spreading the love when we get a bit further down. So what do we need to do? Let's have a look. We're in progress. We are doing a mission called Desperate Measures on the Romulan front. Tells us where to go and what to do when we get there. So this time, rather than look on the map, I'm going to search for the system to remind us how to do that. Go into our system list and just start to type the beginning few letters, and there it is. Double click and we will autopilot away to that system. Again, as I said, you can do your daily routines like sorting your inventory out or refining dilithium while you wait to go somewhere. If it's a long trip, this one is actually quite short, so we can go in and start the mission. Again, we have a loading screen, so I say please follow. Follow is good. I'll always follow you back, of course. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe for all the latest missions, tutorials, and sometimes if I find a freebie for you, I'll pop that up as well. If there's any particular things you do want tutorials on or you do want to see, just let me know. I'll make that video just for you guys. Alrighty, we've got to engage Romulans. Of course, generally space missions involve you at some stage having to attack the enemy ships. We're only level 1 ships. Shouldn't be too hard for us.
Target's shields have failed.
Now remember, in the last mission, watched it, I'd swapped out one of the weapons, but I decided that the weapon only having a 90-degree forward firing arc was probably not the best for us, or certainly not for me. So after this little ding dong here, I'll just check to see if I've still got a different weapon. If not, we'll just have to wait and swap it out shortly. No doubt we'll be picking something up during the course of the mission here.
Target's shields have failed.
Boom. And there's one more over here. This is a level 2 one, but a little bit harder. Then the sabotage team across, of course. So you put the chicken with it there, made it turn around. It didn't want to come straight for me. That was cool. Now they're firing a lot of little pew-pews at us. That's what you get when you have cannons. Romulans and the Klingons tend to use cannons. And if you like the pew-pew noises,
Target's shields have failed.
feel free. I will admit, when I get to a high level, I do tend to choose my weapons depending on the noise they make sometimes, or the colour of the weapon, but only if it's not mission critical. Alright, let's try and give it a bit more hassle than we're giving it.
Target's shields have failed.
And doing these missions for you in tutorials, it's given me a new love. I've gone back to watch the original series again, finding it actually to be such high quality compared to what we may remember it being in our head, especially with the graphics. I am at the moment watching the two-part series, The Menagerie, which is actually one of my favourites, probably one of the best Star Trek episodes ever made. That involves young Christopher Pike, who used to be in charge of the Enterprise before Captain Kirk and was the captain in the pilot. Unfortunately, he lost his job, and in the second pilot we had Kirk. One thing we noticed watching the episode was that Spock was there. He'd already been on the Enterprise 10 years before Kirk, and it tells us that Spock is the only character to be in every single episode of Star Trek, the original series. Something you didn't know. Okay, we've got a Borg Spear here. That's interesting. Our first time of finding the Borg. But never fear. I think it's dead. I'm going to go and pick up these minerals here. We have to destroy the Borg Sphere. Luckily for us, it's inactive.
Warning. Ship is under
Or is
attack.
it? Was something hit us? No, that was us shooting it. There it goes. Beg your pardon. I was pretty sure it was inactive. And yeah, it is. So again, I'm not going to read all this. I'll leave the spoken ones up for you. The rest you can read in your own time. And do read it. Keep saying that. Now I have to go over and activate this satellite. Now each of these missions generally takes about 45 minutes to an hour. So when you start doing an actual story arc mission, just make sure you've got time to do it and you're not going to have to quit halfway through. Otherwise, you may find out you've got to start from the beginning, or certainly quite a way back from the point you were at. So don't assume you're going to do a mission in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not going to happen. Side missions can be quite quick, anything from a couple of minutes to half an hour or even longer. That's a different thing. It's not critical to your story arc. So we need to go in the warp to follow this ship. It's not critical that we do that. It's not going to get away from us in the game environment. So let's go and pick up these nearly warped out. Let's go and pick up these building materials. And now we'll warp after the other ship. Alrighty, lots of things to play with here. Now don't go getting right in the middle of a lot of them, you will not survive. Do a bit of a time, take out any ships because they will actually fly around and hunt you down, whereas turrets cannot. Again, she's a Mark II. It's going to be a bit of a pain. And we also have what's this here, Mark 1. Let's take the Mark 1 out first. Again, we do that so there's only one enemy firing at us at any one time. Mark 1's going down pretty quick. Now, I'm not allowing the warbird to draw me into these turrets. There's no need to get involved in all of that. It's not going to help us at all. But what will happen is we'll just end up getting shot at by a lot of enemies, and we can't hit them all at once. So we can just hang around here. It's pretty okay. Maybe she'll come out to meet us. Possibly not. But we're not in a hurry. Sit here and plug away.
More shields failing.
If we were to get closer, we'd be hitting it a bit harder. Again, we'd be getting hit by these turrets. We've already got close enough to one of them here. It's under 10 kilometers. It's we're moving forward very slowly is the reason why. It'll start shooting at us already. If we want to pull away from it, we're just going to reverse, get ourselves out of that 10-kilometer range. And any second now, that white distance indicator will turn red again, and we're out of range of it. Alrighty, so we have managed to get rid of the warbird. So now we can get rid of the turrets and tractor beams. Now obviously the tractor beams want to pull us in so the turrets can deal to us.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
These things are never too heavy if you deal with them very slowly, one or two at a time. It's when you go right in they all start getting you. So we just take our time. See now one over there is shooting at us. Now we're in range of all of them, and that's okay. We're not in too much danger here. Torpedoes take them out pretty easily. And again, you can see sometimes we're not firing them. That's because although we are in range, we're not in firing sight. Laser's only going straight line, of course. So we have to work our way round and up and down until we can actually get them to range. These turrets are only light turrets. They're actually not doing us any problems here. Now this tractor beam's got us. I don't like that, so we'll aim at the tractor beam and deal with that first. Actually, we can't quite reach it. But we will. There we go. Take that out. The turret here. No doubt this ship would like to come and join us in battle, but perhaps it's not battle ready or it's not crewed, so it's just sitting there. Ours is not the reason why. All the turrets are gone, all the tractors are gone, so we'll beam down. Once again, one thing I didn't do was to get all my uniforms the same, but hey, you probably have by now. So we're a bit of a ragtag band. I hate that saying, but hey, we are. So what's going on in here? Interesting that they're investigating or trying to use Borg technology. That's not a good thing. So we probably better stay on the ball and find out what's going on here.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
Come on, Bob. Yeah, we've called him Bob now. A little seeker drone who will fly off and attack our enemies for us. In they come. Oh, get out the way of the red circles. They're bombs. We don't need any of that. Okay, we've missed something in this room, so we'll head back. Of course, when I say we, that's the royal we. Over in the dark here. So we need to head down to the turbo lift. And we need to go to engineering, and it's our only option, so take the turbo lift. Now, baddies straight away. Don't dash out in the middle of them, it's not necessary.
Personal shield losing power.
Allow your crew to take some of the strain, that's okay. Now we need to go down to these consoles here. We'll just have a little look around, make sure there are no enemy there. We know there is somebody down here.
Enemy target
3 and over there. We are now being attacked. We've been little ambusher. That's fine. We can take them out. Our crew would have already started to deal with them, and so would our seeker drone. Get a little drop here. So you never need to rush into anything. I think those 3 attackers came from down here. And we need to look at all these logs because none of them are green, which means we don't have a default. You guys can read them when you play, but you do have to read them all. And then destroy the research once you've read the logs yourself. Probably didn't want to stand in the middle of that, but we survived. So what else have we got down here? Let's have a look. There's some more circles going on. Okay. This is some research they've been doing on Borg equipment, as you can see. We don't want that to fall into the hand of the Romulans. There's another one over here. And now we can see we need to go up this ramp. There's a few attackers up there. We'll give ourselves a health boost. There they are. Actually, no, they look like goodies. There must be a little bit over to the left. We'll get Bob out. Here he is, our seeker drone. And we'll let him come up. And he's attacking them for us. So, as I say, we don't have to rush straight in. We can take our time, just think about what we want to do. When I say take our time, we're talking seconds, not hours or minutes here. Get our pickups. In a safe space. So what did we just get? Is it any use to us? Yep, we got shield battery there. Check with our team. On the left here, you see it says our team. So Ball is one of them. He's fully equipped with stuff to repair himself with. Zing could do with something. How's Tamet doing? She's good, and Scarvin is good. So we'll go back to Zing. He could do with a little bit more repair stuff here. He's probably the weakest of our team members at the moment, but we'll buff him right up shortly. So now we need to go to the med bay, back to the turbo lift. Thanks for helping out, guys. Actually, is that the way we want to go? Let's have a look, ski. It's not, it's the one at the other end. Should have known. You generally find, like in life, if you've got a 50-50 chance of doing something, it'll take you 2 goes at it. It's like getting a USB plug and trying to plug it in. The first 2 goes, it's always wrong. I know, and you've only got 2 goes. Baddies beyond this door here. We get Bob out. Give us a little health boost. Got our weapons ready. I think I'll even drop the grenade launcher here once I can get in the clear.
Personal shield losing power.
Now notice our health is down, our shields are down. So we're going to need to use some of these items to bring our health back up to speed there. Now we'll take some health. So we need to unlock the cells, but let's have a look here. This doesn't look good. In fact, if you look closely, and a lot of people will miss this because they won't look around, they'll just go straight to the next part of the mission. This guy is having some implants fitted, or he's already a Borg. So that's part of the mystery we need to find out. Why is he looking like that? Are they trying to recreate Borg stuff, or have they captured some Borg and they're taking him apart, which is the more likely scenario here? But we need to get everyone out. So here we're seeing they have been captured for experiments, so maybe they are putting Borg implants on them. Okay, and to rescue them, you need to go right up to them. We'll have a lot of things to do like that in future missions. They don't necessarily have anything above their head to indicate that you need to interact with them, but basically that means they're not going to talk to you, but you do have to go close enough to beam them out. Okay, so we've purged all the data, we've deleted anything useful to the Romulans here, so we can beam up to our ship. No doubt in time for another space battle there. Okay, now we need to get rid of these ships here because once they launch, they're going to come after us. You can see there's a progress. We can actually delay their activation a little bit, but what we need to do is to take them out. Once they launch, we're going to be in trouble. So there's one. That could be on the other side of the station. We can get it from here. Nearly ready to launch. So we need to get that pretty quickly. And it has launched, but luckily we are already on it. Now we're in trouble here. We have all our shields down, so we need to take some evasive action here. Now these are level 2 ships, and they, as we said, are a bit harder to take out. We don't want to get involved with too many at one go. This ship is still not ready to go, but we are in a bit of a fight here with the one that escaped. We could have been quicker on it had I not been talking, obviously, but that's okay. We can deal with them. We just need to make sure we keep our shields and hull up. And to get as many shots in as we can, as quick as we can. Alrighty, we got caught in the blast a little bit, but we're good. So we're going to pull away from the fight a little bit. I think there's only one left, which is over here. And we're going to pull away because we're going to let our hull and our shields repair. Because we don't want to go in half destroyed against a level 2 at this stage. So not cowardly, this is called tactics. Our ship is almost back up to 100%. So we will give them a few seconds, start to turn back in towards them. And we're pretty good to go. Yeah.
Warning.
Let's take them out.
Four shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right
Now they're
shields
hitting us
failing.
quite hard, and that's because it's got Borg assimilated weapons on board, as they told us when they were telling us not to let them launch. But that's okay. We're tough.
Right shields failing. Four shields failing. Rear shields failing. Left shields failing.
Doesn't sound good, guys, does it? But they're being hit quite hard as well.
Target's shields have failed.
Will we get away from this one? Let's have a look. Our shields are down. Their shields are down in places. Let's go and give them some torpedoes. Right, now we have evasive manoeuvres coming back online. We won't use that until we need it. We need to get away a little bit. If we use it too soon, it won't be available when we need it. We've tucked in behind them, which is usually quite good. Most of the better weapons will be on the front. Shields are down the back. They're hitting us with the rear cannon here. We are standing up to that pretty well. Our hull's going down though. But we toughed it out. If we had been a bit more concerned, we could have used evasive manoeuvres to get out of range and then come back in again. But all the time we do that, they get a chance to repair as well. So it's a matter of tactics, again, how you want to play, sometimes taking your chances. All right, we need to talk to Tequila. Tequila, come on. It could be. You can't tell me it isn't. And we can't actually do that until she's ready, and she's ready now. Cheers, Tequila. See? I'm not just thinking about alcohol. So that part of the mission is done. And at the top there, it flew in and said the whole mission, Desperate Measures, was complete. We leave the system. As per usual, we'll end up in sector space. And the commanding officer will try and give us some rewards, which we will not accept until we start the next mission.
I have forwarded your mission reports and the recovered data to Starfleet Intelligence. We now know the Romulans have been researching Borg technology, and they were willing to risk a war with the Federation to advance their goals. There is a 76.77% chance that Starfleet will have to take action against the Romulans to prevent them from upsetting the balance of power with this research. If that occurs, I predict that we will need you and your crew to assist in averting calamity. You have done well. Live long and prosper.
So when we go into our mission journal here, we have now completed Desperate Measures, and we're going to move on to Shadow Play in our next video. So thank you for watching. If you're watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching there. Please subscribe. And we are, as you know, taking you through every single mission right up to the very current mission, which could take us a month or two to get there. Maybe not at this rate, but we'll have fun along the way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.